She's here to help you do exactly that. Help me welcome on Senior Vice President Alisa Barnes. Are you on with us?
I am here, Billy. Can you hear me okay?
We sure can, and we can see you. Welcome on.
Awesome. I'm so excited to be amongst 1.4 thousand people who actually decided to log into Millionaire Mindset tonight. Also, those of you that are at work and you're going to be watching this tomorrow, I'm going to say hello to you tonight because I know you are really upset that you are at work and you're missing this, but you definitely want the information so that you can drive your business as we go into this 5-week volume month. For those of you that are busy being moms and dads and multitasking, but you're definitely looking at it in our Facebook group chats, I want to say hello to you guys and thank you so much for chiming in. I'm super excited to be here. Definitely want to give it back to you, Billy. Thank you so much for always being a dedicated leader to our entire organization and taking the time to do this on Monday nights. Alfred Nixon, as always, I tell you thank you every Thursday. Super excited that you weren't a secret agent. Because if you were a secret agent, I don't think I'd be in my famous brown chair that everybody see me in every night when I'm doing webinars. But guys, I'm super excited to be here. Now, for those of you that know me, you know I like energy, right? So let's do an exercise. Let's go ahead and go in our emojis in our phone and let's find the light bulb. See, what light does is it actually brings energy to an actual environment. And every time you guys frequency get low this volume month, I want you to go somewhere in your house and just grab a light bulb and put it in your hand and light it up, because this is the 5-week volume month and a lot of magic can happen this volume month if you light it up, because it's all up to you. Now, I want to share a fun fact with you guys. When I got started here, I had bad credit. How many of you guys actually got started on this platform because of your credit? You had bad credit, right? You saw the ad or someone told you about somebody and you recognize that I need the services, or someone I know need the services, or someone whose credit I messed up need the services, right? And then the income isn't half bad either. So when I actually saw the opportunity on Baller Alert, I was like, wait a minute. Who is this guy talking about credit? Like, I need the services, right? 490 credit scores do not get you approved. So I want you guys to write that down as your first note when you're marketing your business, because in order to drive the business, guys, we got to market the business. We got to talk to people a little bit differently, get a little bit more assertive in that conversations. And it's fun facts, it's true. 490 credit scores don't get people approved. Anthony shared it best. He had a lot of actual Latinos coming in his car dealership, African Americans coming in the car dealership with bad credit scores. So when it was introduced to him, he immediately saw a need, and he also saw the people that needed it the most. And what was more importantly, he leveraged this platform to do what? Tell those people about what he has, and today he got promoted. So we're really excited for him. So let's get a pen and a pad and let's just talk about how we are going to drive the business every day with those light bulbs in our hand, and we're gonna light it up. See, when I got started, yes, I had a 490 credit score, but nobody knew it. The only person that knew it was the people at the Land Rover dealership, right? And then the actual attorney that I went to talk to actually sue a company for putting a $400,000 bill on my credit report, right? Those are the only people that knew it, because when I was actually trying to upgrade my vehicle, right? Land Rover pulled my credit. It went from a 740 to a 490, and I actually discovered I had bad credit at the dealership. How many of you guys made that discovery at the dealership, and how many of you guys was embarrassed? I was highly embarrassed because of who I was in that actual community and what I was doing in that community, and I definitely needed to upgrade my vehicle immediately because I needed for my mother's wheelchair to go in the back, but I didn't get approved. So I'm sitting here and I try to fix my credit on my own. Now I know we have a lot of super intelligent people on the line tonight. I know you guys are smart. I know how you guys know how to use Google.com. I just didn't have any patience, right? When I tried the first time and it didn't work, I was done. I want a professional. Found that person on Instagram. Now you want to know how I found that person on Instagram? Because he was driving the business himself by marketing his business. See, a lot of us can't drive the business because we're not marketing the business. So the first way that you're going to drive the business, let's write down market the business. You have to market your business in order to get people to see exactly what it is you have. If Alfred was a secret agent, guess what? I would have never found him. I would have never been a senior vice president. I would have never been driving a Land Rover, getting a car allowance for our company. It just would have been a whole lot of nevers happening. So if that makes sense to you guys, let's light it up. So when I got into business, quite naturally, what am I gonna do? The same thing he did, market the business. Because immediately I wanna duplicate exactly what he was doing so that I could get to the level that he was at while my credit was being restored. Fun fact, do not wait for results before you start marketing your business. Market your business now. Put it in the chat, market your business now. Now, let me tell you why it's important that you market your business. Because you want to get as many eyes on your platform as possible. Do you know that people spread rumors and gossip and things, right? So just imagine a huge rumor going through your community saying, Alisa is fixing credit. Oh my God, Alisa is fixing credit. Imagine how fast that floats when you market your business and get as many eyes on your platform as possible. How many of you guys can honestly say that you have not tapped into marketing your business because you want to see if this is going to work for you first? If that is you, let's have an honest moment and put some ones in the chat. Because that was not me, but that is a lot of people. They know that they have this really massive reputation that they have to protect, and they got to make certain that this is going to work before they tell anything. See, the problem and why your business isn't growing, because you have not told anyone you're coming. How many people know that you're coming? See, the point is, when you actually market your business, you put it out there in the universe, your goal is to become a household name in everybody's home that see your marketing strategies. Now, let me give you an example. For those of you that are on Bruce Lee Rochester's team, is he a household name in your house? If you say Bruce, do your kids know his name? For those of you that are on Billy Scott's team, is he a household name in your house? Does that make sense? So if you say Billy, do your kids know what you're talking about? For those of you that are on my team, if you say Alisa in your house, am I a household name? If you say Alfred, is he a household name? Guys, you have to become a household name in consumers' home. They need to be talking about you. They need to be talking about you across the entire land, because that's how you're gonna get as many eyes on your business as possible. And a lot of you guys are trying to protect your image, and you're trying to protect who people knew you to be. See, when you become a network marketer, you are not what you were. Does that make sense? See, when I started this business, I wasn't Alisa the hairstylist or Alisa the actual philanthropist. I was Alisa the financial literacy consultant. I dropped everything I was doing because I saw an opportunity for this to make me more money faster, get me approved faster, and change the trajectory of my entire family's life. So being a hairstylist for 20 years did not do that. I filed bankruptcy as a hairstylist. Being a philanthropist did not do that. I filed bankruptcy as a philanthropist. But I can assure you what I won't do. I will not file bankruptcy as a financial literacy consultant. So you need to position yourself to be who you are now, not who you were. And one of the three things I want to share with you guys is you're missing it when you're not marketing, right? When you don't become a household name in someone else's home, you're missing three things. See, you're overthinking everything that we're trying to teach you and everything that we've been trying to share with you. Because consumers want to know three things only. They don't care about what your credit is. I am an example of that. You know why? Because when I had that 490 credit score, my first 24 hours, I closed a real estate agent who actually closed 4 real estate agents. So when I showed it to her, she showed it to her team, and everybody got started. Then I went to Mercedes-Benz, and I showed it to a top producer at Mercedes-Benz. Guess what he did? He got started. You know why? Because he could not even buy a Mercedes, even though he was selling it to other people. So he got started. I went to Verizon Wireless. I enrolled a young lady who was a manager at Verizon Wireless. You know why? Because she needed the services. Her family members wanted new phones, but they had credit issues, and they refused to cater to her and stopped going to Boost Mobile and put down a deposit on her phone. So she got started. Then I went to a cosmetology school. See, she couldn't even get an actual salon because she had bad credit, which means she has access to all of these students who want to build a career in cosmetology. And even though she was their instructor, guess what she couldn't do? Employ them. You know why? Because she didn't have a space. You know why? It goes back to the C word. She had bad credit. So these consumers that I went to talk to, and they all got started because I followed the system, promote, invite, get a response. They got started my first day. You know why? Because the first thing that people want to know when it comes to this platform is, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? My name is Alisa Barnes. It's good to see you. Listen, let me ask you a question. See, when I went to the cosmetology school, I said, let me ask you a question. What do these students want to do when they graduate, when they're done? Because I'm a cosmetologist, I know that average cosmetologists want their own salon immediately. They want to be a boss early in the game. They want to help other people, right? They want to make the majority of the money fast, and they could. But that one thing that may stop them is their credit when they complete an application to get a brick and mortar business. Make sense? So she said, Alisa, what do you have? See, the second thing people want to know is, what is it that you have? What do you guys have? What do we all have in common? We have something called a protection plan. And in that protection plan, it gives people an opportunity to, number one, get their buying power back. To number two, protect their buying power. Number three, to protect their family. Number four, to add value to their network. See, those are my favorite things, and that's what I led with, right? Because the average person who's trying to get to the next level and they want to actually purchase a home, fix their credit, what do they want to do? Purchase a home. Is that going to add to their buying power? Do they need their buying power to do that? Is that going to add to their net worth, right? Just think about it. The average person who wants to expand their business, is that business, if it's done right, going to add to their net worth? So when we go back to when you are actually marketing your business and driving the business, consumers want to know who you are, what you have, and last but not least, how can it solve their problems? That's it. See, what you guys fail to understand is when a person responds, they're not responding because you're talking about cheeseburgers or waffle fries or actual pancakes. You're talking about buying power, credit, and restoration. So they're responding because they need those services or they need more income to protect their credit. The only thing that's going to protect your credit is making certain that you have more income, not knowledge, right? Because if you are late on a bill, you just cost yourself 50 to 100 points on one late payment. But if you have enough money coming in, you can position yourself and use our budgeting tool to never be late on a bill again. Does that make sense? If so, let's light it up, guys. People want to know what products and services that you have that can solve the problem. So guys, when I actually went and talked to those cosmetologists, because I come from that field, I knew when I was graduating, I wanted my own salon. I wanted my own salon. I wanted my own space. So I knew to go into that environment and ask, what do these cosmetology students want when they graduate? Well, guess what happened? When I was asking about the student, the instructor needed the services because she wanted to get her own building to employ the cosmetology students. One agent. Did I solve her problem? Did I tell her who I was? Did I tell her what I had? That's it. She never asked me my credit score. Never. I had a 490, okay? Real estate agents, what do they want? They want to go to the they want to go to the closing table more frequently. That's really all they want. They want their name to be a household name in other people's homes, right? Just like that's what we want. So why don't you ask them, how can I help you become a household name in other people's homes? How can I help you get to the closing table more? How can I help you increase your bottom line? It was brought to my attention, here's the script, that the average realtor stopped selling homes in their first 2 years because they can't find qualified buyers. If I could show you a way to have more qualified buyers without having to use Zillow and the lead management companies that you're currently using, would you be interested in spending 5 minutes with me so I can show you what I have. She got started. She needed the services. Her husband was a veteran. They couldn't use his VA loan. Her whole team needed the services, and all of their clients needed the services. Why? Because I told her who I was, what I had, and how I could solve their problems. Now let's have some fun. See, this is a little different because we have our mindset a little discombobulated when it comes to bankruptcy attorneys. Now let's just identify what a bankruptcy attorney wants. More people to file bankruptcy. So if you interfere in more people filing bankruptcy, or if you go in there showing him that you can save more people from filing bankruptcy, you lose. So don't even focus on the people that's going to come to him to file bankruptcy. Now, let me tell you why I'm very strategic about this part. Because when I was filing bankruptcy, I was actually advised to file bankruptcy for something I didn't do. I actually sent in the note to let them know in 60 days I was going to be leaving the actual building. The young lady put a $400,000 bill on my credit report because she made the assumption that I was still on a 10-year lease when I was complete. So it was on my credit report. I wanted to sue them, but the bankruptcy attorney said the market is crashed. All of the houses on your street have lost its equity. You have this $400,000 bill on your credit report. Alyssa, I'm not going to tell you to pay that. Let's go ahead and do a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Even though in my gut I didn't want to do it, I went with the person that was smarter. But I asked one question. How am I going to get this off of my credit? He said, we have a program that we're going to take you through to get these things off of your credit report and get you back on your feet. Guess what they did not have by the time I was finished? The program. So if you go to a bankruptcy attorney and say, listen, I can increase your bottom line by giving the actual clients who you've already helped eliminate their debt in a bankruptcy and show them how to get back on their feet with restoring their credit and make you a household name in their house and their friend's house, because not only do you have a solution for them to get out of debt, you now have a solution to get the bankruptcy off of their credit report. If I could show you a system where we're able to do that, would you have 5 minutes for me? Don't ever ask for more than 5 minutes. Understand that when you start breaking down that protection plan and the value that it has, they're gonna want more than 5 minutes of their time spent with you. What your ask is 5 minutes. Because what you're gonna do is show people who you are, what you have, and how you can solve their problems. See guys, what I want you guys to understand is that marketing gets you more leads. It just does. Why do you think the NFL still market, and Coca-Cola still market, and Pepsi still market? LA Fitness, they market. These companies market because they wake up every day like it's their first day in business and they want to become a household name in consumers' homes. And if you don't have that mindset that you want to be a household name in other people's house, you're gonna lose by default. So if that makes sense, give me some light bulbs in the chat, because I'm really excited about what you guys are gonna do this volume month and how you guys are going to drive the business. And even though marketing gets you more leads, leads get you more enrollments. Guys, we get paid 6 ways. I can't even stress this enough with my personal organization. We get paid 6 ways. Now just imagine if you leverage the one way that we get paid. 70 million Americans today have less than a 750 credit score. And we're going by the consensus that was completed last in 2019. We haven't even looked at 2020 yet, right? Look at what's happening around us. You know those numbers may triple, right? But let's just talk about those numbers. If we focus on what we call customer acquisition, enrolling customers, let's just talk about something. The power of 3. Throw me some 3s in this chat room, because I need for you guys to understand what 3 can do for you if you do this correctly and market yourself until you become a household name, which is going to bring you more leads, and your leads are going to lead to more enrollments. Does that make sense? And if you position yourself to understand the power of 3, let's see what's going to happen for you, right? Guys, if you enroll 3 clients a day because you've leveraged the tips that we're gonna put in front of you tonight, if you enroll 3 clients a day at $188, now, in order to get that $188, you have to leverage your leaders as a new business partner. See, when we ask you to make 3-way calls, we're not questioning your level of smartness. We're not trying to say that you're not smart or you don't know how to do this. What we're trying to do is make certain that you understand a system that you can teach later. See, we pass the torch. And the only way that we can trust you with the torch is if you're following the system that we have in place so you don't break the growth cycle that we have in our organization. Does that make sense? But let's just say you follow this system to a T and you enroll 3 clients a day for $300 a day in earnings, right? Who wants $300 a day? $300 a day, right? Let's just talk about what that can do. See, if you enroll 3 customers a day, you're gonna earn $300 a day times 30 days a month. 30 days a month, and we're still talking about one of the ways that we get paid. So if you enroll 3 clients a day, you're gonna make $300 a day, 30 days a month. See, team no sleep, we work on Sundays too when we're trying to get to a goal, right? You just was able to position yourself to leverage one of the ways we get paid, and that's customer acquisition, and every month you will earn $9,000. What could $9,000 do for you? I can assure you that it'll help you not file bankruptcy, right? Remember when I said I won't file bankruptcy again? I'm gonna leverage that customer acquisition, right? Now let's just talk about it, right? As Brittany would say on my team, let's talk about it, right? $9,000 a month times 12 months a year positions you to earn $108,000. How many of you want to position yourself in 2021 and earn $108,000 per year, one of the ways that we get paid? Put me some light bulbs in the chat if this made sense to you. Let's go. It's time to make some moves. It's no more hiding. You guys are going to have to become a household name in people's living rooms. And if you are not a household name in everybody in your zip code's living room, you have lost by default. It's time for you to market your business so you can get more leads. Those leads are going to end up becoming enrollments. You're going to get $300 a day, which is going to lead you to $108,000 a year by one of the ways we get paid. See, when I got started, yes, I had a 490 credit score. Was I afraid to go talk to that realtor? Yes, because what was I going to say if she said, well, let me see what it did for you? But she never said that. You know why? Because I focused on the protection plan. So when I actually was working out my plan of action, my first 24 hours in the business, I had big butterflies. How many of you guys get butterflies when you think about, when you just think about talking to somebody about this business? You get these big butterflies that just take over your whole stomach. You lose your appetite. You break out in a sweat. You start having anxiety attacks. It happens to all of us because it's new, but you got to do it scared. You have to do this scared because let me tell you what's going to happen. When I went into that real estate office and I talked to this young lady and she called her team and they got started, my butterfly got smaller. Who wants small butterflies, right? And then when I went to that car dealership and he said, let's go, I'm gonna do it, he still sent people today, 4.5 years later. My butterflies got smaller. When I went to that cosmetology school and I was talking about how that protection plan can make more cosmetologists, salon owners, and she got started, my butterfly got smaller. When I went to Verizon Wireless and she was telling me how her family members, she's been trying to get them to come into Verizon and get a phone so that they could do the things and share and do all of the fun stuff. And they wanted to stay with Boost Mobile because they refused to give a deposit because she worked there and they feel like she could hook them up. And she got started. My butterfly disappeared because I had hit my number in 24 hours. So one of the things I want to share with you guys, you got to do this scared. You got to figure out a way to make your butterfly disappear. And the only way you're going to do that is with activity. See, when you start moving around your neighborhood, marketing your business, talking about that protection plan, sharing with individuals who you are, what you have, and how you can solve their problems, and you start talking to more and more people, and your activity increase, your activity reduces fear. And guess what? each and every one of you guys. It's 1.4 thousand people on this line. Those of you on Facebook, those of you at work, those of you in the group chats, you're gonna become a six-figure earner really fast. And that's what we were able to do. That's what we were able to do. So when you talk about layers of leadership and you talk about Billy stating the 21 unrefutable laws of leadership, I listened to that book for a whole month because I was obsessed with becoming one of the best leaders in financial education services, and hands down, I am now a household name when it comes to financial literacy. Billy, I want to give it back to you. Thank you everyone for inviting me, and let's light it up.
Man, people clapping. My goodness.